YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Trey back again, hit you with a video. This video right here is very disturbing. So, for those of you who are pretty sensitive to things like this, or women issues, or you're a feminist, you might not want to watch it, but then again, you might want to watch it. That way we can raise some hell about this, because this is a bunch of mess right here. And it don't matter what color this woman was. She could be any color in the world, but the fact is that she's a woman and she was clearly violated. Now this story comes out of Texas, and it basically shows a police officer. They haven't released a video, but from the still images that we was able to obtain, we seen that the woman was standing behind the car, clearly handcuffed. And I'm gonna read to you the reason why they say they pulled her over, and the reason why they did what they did. Then I will give my opinion. So just listen to this. It says 3 police officers in Harris County, Texas has been indicted after a forced strip and cavity search of a woman during a traffic stop 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Now let's pause right there. Now, why every time these stories happen where these police officers can be indicted or criminally convicted, the story always don't come out 2 years later? Isn't that very ironic? But let you and I do something and watch how fast that story comes out. You see what I'm saying? Now, why would 2 men officers be allowed to strip search of a female? Don't y'all have female cops for that? I know you do. You're supposed to call the female cop on the scene, and you're just supposed to apprehend. You know what I'm saying? Keep the suspect in your eyesight. I mean, I'm sure the police know the routine. Keep the woman in your eyesight and wait till the female officer to get there. It's simple as ABC 1, 2, 3, just like the Jackson 5 them used to say. Now let's continue. It says, now after charges against 2 other officers were dismissed and the other has yet to ever face criminal charges, images from police dash cam video are drawing an outcry all over again, and new charges may be on the way, which they damn sure should. Now listen what they said. They dropped the charges even though they've clearly violated this woman. Strip searched her out there on the side of the road, pull her ankles up there to her ears so they can see all up in that thing, if you know what I mean. I'm not trying to sound funny. I'm really not, because it really got me pissed off, because this is sad that you can do any woman like that. But more or less a young female, never been in trouble before or anything, and you decide, them dirty dogs decide, to lay this woman down on the concrete, clearly violating her, pull her pants down, and spread her like spread eagle, and pull her ankles all the way up to her ears. I mean, like, how sadistic and sad can you be? And why wouldn't the criminal justice system, the court system, see that? You know what I mean? Like, goddamn, that's basically rape, if you ask me, because let anybody else go do that. You feel what I'm saying? But here comes the excuses now. Now, the woman named Charnesia Corley was a 21-year-old college student at the time with no criminal record. Her attorney, Sam Kamek, told Fox 26 both Kamek says the cops were determined to get her for something, which they 9 times out of 10 are, because they want that raise, they want that little bonus, they want that little meal that they'll get at the end of the week or the end of the month to take their family out on some type of little trip or outing or something. You know, all the little incentives and perks that they get for just basically messing with people. But let's continue. It said the officer was content on finding something and crossed a line in the process. One of the officers on the tape, he was talking to a passenger who was already in custody in officer car, and you could hear him telling that individual, oh, we're going to find something, even if we have to put our hands on her. The officers pulled her over for running a stop sign and insisted they smelled marijuana. Carly said after the incident, that's the first thing they're going to throw on you, talking about they smell marijuana, just like the other video I told you also. When you talk to them, have one window up and one window down, because it's a federal law that's passed right now. You can look it up if you think I'm lying. Matter of fact, you should look it up. I encourage you to look it up. It says clearly that you cannot smell marijuana coming from a car if there's no enter and exit of the smell, because how else the smell gonna come out the car? How can you smell it if they have one window up? See, the air has to flow through the car. That's why you have to use common sense, and that's why a lot of people fall short at, you know what I'm saying, for their knowledge. And just like the book says, in so many ways that we can implement and put in our day-to-day lives, so that the people perish for a lack of knowledge. Because I bet a lot of you all didn't know that, and that's why they try to get you to roll both your windows down. But you do not have to roll both of your windows down. You can crack that window enough for him to hear you talk. Now, some of them do bust your window, but that's your job to make sure that you sue their butts. That's your job to make sure that you have a lawyer, because they cannot do you like that. If you have not did anything wrong, they do not have any reason. If you just drive down the road so somebody get behind you, You know what I'm saying? They don't have no right to snatch you out the car. They don't have no right to bust your window. But that's the reason why, because I guarantee you, if when the truth come out, when the story fully comes out, if they ever to release the video, which I doubt they do, they probably keep it for their own personal enjoyment. But at the same time, that's why they want you to roll the window down, because they know and they tell them this stuff every day. You see what I'm saying? It's not like they don't hear this stuff. They do this for a living. You feel what I'm saying? They entrap you. And some, yeah, I mean, we know some cops are good, some cops are bad. Some people need to be arrested, some people don't. We know that sometimes they pull people over for doing things, and sometimes they just mess with people. Common sense, it goes hand in hand. But at the same time, that's the reason why they want you to roll them windows down when they talk to you. And if you go on YouTube and look at certain video where the officer was going to each side of the vehicle saying, well, roll it down over here, and the guy rolled his other window up and rolled that one down. Then he'll walk back around the car and he'll roll that one back up and roll that one down a little bit so it cracks. So he was trying to get them with both of the windows down. That way he can say, I smell marijuana. You feel what I'm saying? And that's how they get you. So anyway, the officer searched Corley's clothing for contraband and found nothing. But they didn't stop there. The video, which has yet to be published in full but viewed by the local station who posted still shots, shows the officers slamming Corley on the ground of a parking lot, putting her head underneath a car and pulling her pants down. Basically just slap out disrespecting this woman. You see what I'm saying? Now, we all know that most likely if this woman was a Caucasian woman or even an Asian woman, this wouldn't have really happened, because we rarely, if ever, hear stories like that. Tell me one story in the last few years you have heard something like that. True enough, a lot of them get done bad. A lot of people of different colors, ethnicities get done bad, but at the same time, all that swept up on the rug with a quick lawsuit paid out to them where they'll keep their mouth shut, put a gag order on them. But it just, so for some reason, when it comes to people of color, there's absolutely no respect. There's absolutely no love whatsoever, no consideration or whatever. Even the fact that this woman did not have anything on her, even the fact that they even lied about the marijuana, because if that's the case, they would have hit her for that also. So it goes to show you they were just clearly just messing with this woman, clearly violated all her civil rights and natural human rights. You see what I'm saying? Forget the rights that you say I have, my God-given right, you know what I'm saying, is to be able to go freely without having to be worried about somebody pulling my pants down, looking all up in my ass area. You feel what I'm saying? Let's continue. Now, after exposing Corley from the waist down in public, the cops then conducted a cavity search that reportedly lasted 11 minutes. It takes 11 minutes to look in a wound, in a vagina, trying to see if anything, and what person hides, what college student with no criminal record hides stuff in her vagina? You see what I'm saying? Now, you might say, well, she might put the weed in there. What good is that weed gonna do if you have just shove it up in there? You see what I'm saying? Then you're gonna be exposing yourself to all kinds of infections and irritations. The whole story just don't make no sense. Now Cameron described the search as rape by cop. That's the lawyer, which is true. Now, it also says Harris County prosecutor Natasha Sinclair spoke out against the officer's actions. No one in this office stands by the search the way it was conducted. No shit. No one condones that, Sinclair said. No one thinks it's appropriate. Then why wasn't charges filed? Why ain't these guys in prison? Why ain't these guys in jail? You see what I'm saying? It should not have happened. Still, Sinclair said that just because what happened was upsetting and wrong, that doesn't make it a criminal offense. Then what the hell do make it a criminal offense? You see what I'm saying? But it's different when it's one of them, when it's one of these lawyers or judges or somebody else getting done bad. You know what I'm saying? Then it's an outcry. If it's some senator, a politician, child or son. You see what I'm saying? Now, it says it wasn't no criminal offense, even though they did all this mess. It says at the time, officers said that Corley was consented to the search, yet they charged her with resisting arrest and possession of 0.02 ounces of marijuana, which they probably just, if found anything on the ground or something, or a seed or whatever, and just said it was marijuana, just like they had the guy in Florida and said that he had cocaine residue on his floor bed of his truck. But at the same time, the guy was a handyman. He worked around sheetrocks and drywall. Anybody know that sheetrocks and drywall, you will have that little powdery residue, and they look like little rocks and stuff. So if he's a handyman, he's working around this stuff all day, every day, that's how you make a living, he might track it in on his shoe. You know, you step in something, and just like if you walking through some leaves or something, and the leaves will get on the bottom of your shoe, then you get in your car and it be on your floor mat. Of course, that's common sense. That's common physics. I mean, that's common science. I mean, don't take a genius to figure that out. So basically, what I'm saying, they just full of a bunch of mess, and they would tell a lie to say their ass any day. But check it out. It says, despite that statement, however, Sinclair's office is reportedly in possession of new evidence and pushed for a new indictment soon after they dropped the initial case on August the 4th. Kamek is hoping a special prosecutor without any ties to Harris County law enforcement can be brought in to handle the case. So that's what you got to do. When you get into these situations, don't go get no lawyer from that area. Get you a lawyer from another state or outside area. That's what needs to happen. And they do it in all other cases to say their ass. And they should be nailed against the damn wall for violating this woman's rights. It's clearly not right what they did with this woman. The way this country is going, like I said, I wouldn't care if this woman was a white woman. I would say the same thing. I don't see color. You see what I'm saying? Even though some of you all do, even though some of you all are all hysteria about this hoopla, this hype that they blowing all out of proportion, because it's easy how they can just control people's minds when you throw a color on there. You see what I'm saying? Then you have people speaking a certain way when it's their race of people. But then if it's not their race of people, they don't give a damn. You feel what I'm saying? I know you do. But anyway, this right here clearly upsets me because, you know, that young lady did not deserve that. And you ought to see the other picture that they have, how far they have her legs way pulled back, way up to her ankle, like they wasn't supposed to do it anyway, but like they couldn't just feel in there or something. You know, you weren't supposed to do that anyway. It's clearly rape, just like they did this woman in Bossier City, Louisiana, where a police officer took her into one of these jails, strip search this woman started, and they showed the video, but they blocked, you know, some stuff out, and they had guards and stuff walking by looking while this woman was getting her clothes taken off of her. You feel what I'm saying? A black woman at that. You feel what I'm saying? So it's no love, it's no respect, and the stuff we need to raise hell about, we don't. And it's time that we all voice our opinion. We need this video shared with as many people as we can so we can get these damn cops arrested just like they should be, because I guarantee if that was your daughter or your mom or your sister, your auntie, your granny, you would want them to be prosecuted also. You feel what I'm saying? How can we sit up in here and allow this to happen in this day and age? How can we let these people tell us what we should think, what we shouldn't think? How can we let these people decide what we think? You feel what I'm saying? Just because they don't see nothing wrong with it, they didn't want to press charges, it's up for us. It's up to us to push the issue, just like they would push the issue. Trust me, you feel me? Because I guarantee you, if you get caught doing something, just say if you happen to run a red light, I ain't talking about stealing, I ain't talking about robbing nobody, nothing like that, selling drugs. Just say if you was running a red light or you couldn't stop on time, or just say your brakes went out. You feel what I'm saying? And a police right there, and just say he just had it on his mind that day that he's going to bring that noise, he's going to be dirty that day. Then wouldn't you want somebody to speak for you? Wouldn't you want somebody to be a backbone for you also? Because, you know, this one person right here, she can't do it alone. That's why people like me make these videos, and other people but we need all the people to raise hell. Because like I said, at the end of the day, we are all human, and it does not matter the color of your skin. Get off the BS and let's call it for what it is. That's the problem in the country right now. People want to play the race card when it's convenient for them. But whatever happened to being righteous? Anyway, think about that today. Please share this video and let me know what you all think also. And let's try to reach out to this woman. Just let her know that she does have supporters. It's simple as that. It's simple as that. Just like these police got the fraternal order of police all across the country, we need to have a fraternity also of good citizens. FOGC, Fraternity Order of Good Citizens. Well, that would be FOO. But anyway, let me know what you all think in the comment section. It's been your boy Trey. If you like, subscribe, and definitely share this video. Till next time, stay vigilant, stay blessed. I'm out.